Hey folks, it's Jim, it's Julie, it's episode 280, I believe.
I think you're right.
I think so. My math is terrible, so don't quote me on that. I know, 20 episodes away from the end. And then horrible world domination plan, and etc., etc.
I mean, no world domination plan, not one at all.
No. But this week we have 6 more comics for you to check out of your long box, starting with
All New Ultimates #1. In this book, we have a team-up of Miles Morales as Spider-Man, Spider-Woman, a character I'm unfamiliar with called Bombshell.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And they've brought back Cloak and Dagger to form the All New Ultimates.
Well, anytime that you bring Cloak and Dagger back, that's cool.
Yeah.
I always like seeing that.
I think it's a new Cloak and Dagger.
Really?
Yeah, they didn't go into it, but there is an insinuation. I think if you've been following Ultimates, you probably know what's going on, or if you've been following the Ultimate Universe, you'll probably
we are saying
be better
Ultimate
set.
a lot.
It's not my fault, that's what they're called.
So the next series will be Ultimate comics.
So this team of all new Ultimates is going after a drug ring in Hell's Kitchen, trying to clean that up.
Damn it, Chef Ramsay!
So I wasn't terribly fond of this book. I was pretty bored through most of it. I didn't care about the characters. I wasn't given enough information to be able to pick this up and not feel like I had to spend 20 minutes to half an hour with Wikipedia. And you guys all know that my opinion is that the writers should bring us in. You should give us the information we need, or you should tell us where we can find it.
Yep.
And neither of those were done, so I wasn't very fond of this book. However, if you've been following the Ultimate Universe and you know what's happening, absolutely recommend it. The art is great. I just was not captivated by the storyline. But it could be for you.
So in other words, it's not very Ultimate.
No, alas, it is not.
Alright, next up, we have Empowered Internal Medicine. And in this one, Empowered and Injet must travel inside an infant bioship and eradicate the parasites infesting it, or the mothership will blow up the East Coast.
The mothership and the infant ship.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. That's pretty much it.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Once again, as always, Empowered is a really funny superhero comedy series. And not only is the character a lot of fun to follow, but so are the stories. The only thing I don't like in this particular one is the art by Brandon Graham.
Which portion did he do?
The color sections.
Ah.
Now, I have nothing against Brandon Graham.
Mm-hmm.
And I've seen his work before and really enjoyed it.
Mm-hmm.
But it just doesn't seem to gel here for me. Now, that's not saying anything bad about it, but it just didn't gel with me on this particular, comic. So, if you're looking for an Empowered book to start with, this is not the one. But this is fun. It's still fun, and you do get a good character study with the two main characters, Ninjet and Empowered. And
it's still a more mature reader.
Oh yeah, yes. Very much so. But still a lot of fun and quite a few good laughs in this. So if you're a mature superhero fan, check this one out.
If you're a superhero fan, you should check this one out, Nightcrawler #1. This was originally solicited as X-Men Legacy #1, and then they switched it over to being focused straight on Nightcrawler. So, Kurt's had a lot going on, you know. He died, and then he came back from the dead, and now he's helping Logan, Wolverine, try and figure out how to cope with not having his healing factor anymore. He's a new teacher at Storm's school. He's trying to catch up.
Does every X-Man have a school now?
Yes. Well, Storm is running Jean Grey's school, because Jean Grey's...
We're not sure.
I'm not sure. But Jean Grey is not running the school, Storm is. And Logan is also running a big factor in that.
Yeah.
So, now we have Nightcrawler joining the faculty and catching up with old friends and being attacked by super high-tech people who are after old friends of his, and yeah.
As Nightcrawler is wanting to do.
Yes. He's got a lot going on now that he's back, and I, for one, am excited to see what else his second or third, maybe, life has in store for him. The art was good in this book. I liked that it was very bold.
Yeah, it's very energetic as well.
Yeah, but I wouldn't say that it's hard lines or particularly dark lines, but everything feels very bold in this book, and I enjoy it. It's a very confident book. So, you should check this one out.
Also, baby Nightcrawlers everywhere.
Yes, everywhere. I love them.
Everywhere.
I love them so much. I want a plushie one, because they're so cute.
Yeah, I was just going to say. Also, Jean Grey disappears every 3 to 5 years, so forgive us if we're not up on that.
It's that whole Phoenix thing where she has to die and come back.
Yeah. And then piss off Scott, who goes all rogue and everything.
Kills Professor X.
Yeah, he comes back. The whole X-Men thing.
Exactly.
So confusing. Alright, next up, we have a weekly comic.
Woo!
That started last
You too?
week. Yeah. So, this one started last week, and it's called Shotgun Wedding, and is drawn by an old friend, Edward Pun, way back from the Antarctic days.
Neat.
He did a spin-off of Ninja High School called A-OK, which was actually pretty fun. So if you're looking for the start of his style, check that one out. But this is his evolution as an artist. And the story, as it goes, is Mike Stone wants nothing more than to marry Denise. What Denise doesn't know is that Mike is one of the world's top assassins and was once engaged to a fellow assassin named Chloe, and when he left her on their wedding day, Chloe snapped and swore revenge.
Oh, jeez. Hence the shotgun wedding.
Yeah.
Not in the traditional sense.
Yes.
That's witty. Clever.
This is actually a lot of fun.
It could be subtitled Fun with Fun.
There you go. I'll send that one to Edward. Edward's artwork here is simply gorgeous, and it's all done digitally. He does it directly onto the computer and then tones it there and everything else. And it looks absolutely gorgeous here. Yes, it's black and white, but it really works well here because, well, it's an almost noir type story.
Okay.
So it's an interesting character dynamic, especially with the wife trying to kill the ex-husband almost, and etc. And you got the new wife who doesn't know what's going on. So, who probably has a bit more secrets than we know, but, that's generally how these types of stories go. Mr. and Mrs. Smith syndrome, as it were.
I only have one question.
Quoi?
Does Denise have a brother? De nephew?
Oh, terrible. You're so fired.
I'm sorry. With an artist with the name of Pun on a book, I have to do everything I can to live up to him.
Okay. We'll see if he doesn't sue us. Alright, so honestly, this is a weekly book from Image that's just started last week, so if you get a chance, check it out. It's a lot of fun.
You know what else was a lot of fun? Well, no, it wasn't a lot of fun, but it was really, really good.
And really batty?
This is Batman Eternal #1, and this is another weekly title that started this week.
And how many issues are in that?
60, I am being told from...
The Mysterious Overlord?
Yes,
Okay.
I'm being told 60 is the magic number.
Ooh.
That's really exciting. Well, it means
I don't think you'll have $4 every week for 60 weeks.
I think I might be able to find $4 for this. It was so good. Anyways, so let's get to why it was so good. So, Commissioner Gordon has hired a new police officer to join the GCPD, and he enters at probably kind of a bad time. The commissioner's a little tied up, protecting some kids from being shot at.
Is he literally tied up, or...?
No, he's occupied, has that.
Okay.
But he then, well, let's just say that at the end of that day, Commissioner Gordon is led to shooting a transformer, knocking out the power in...
Optimus, no!
knocking out the power in a Gotham subway station, and then has a critical hand in causing 2 subways to collide.
Damn, Commish, what
Yes.
the heck?
And there's a villain that we don't know exactly who it is, but he has got it out for Commissioner Gordon and Batman in a really big way.
Well, I don't think Gordon's going to be commissioner much longer if he killed all those people.
Well, considering... Potential spoiler alert, plug your ears. Considering that Commissioner Gordon is currently in holding because he's been arrested...
Gee, I wonder why!
I'm guessing not. So this is an interesting... Okay, if you've plugged your ears, I hope that my waving is going to tell you to unplug them. So this is an interesting setup for the book. There are 3 creative teams on this book, and they're going to write 3 different books and then 1 book together for 4 books for your average month. So this issue followed Commissioner Gordon. The next issue, I don't actually remember who the next issue follows, but I'm really
Find out next week.
Yes, I'm very much looking forward to reading all of this book because the storyline is great, and the most captivating part of the story I have left out. So, pick it up, check it out. You'll want to absolutely spend some time with the first page because it's really great, and comment and let me know what you thought of Batman Eternal.
All right, and last, and maybe not least, but still fun, Ninja High School number 176. That is right, it is back after almost 5 years off the shelf. A little too long, if you ask me. Alright, so, what's happening in Ninja High School? We've been gone for so long. And in this one, the Coroni have attacked Quagmire, taking over the populace, and Professor Steamhead and Anna Feeple must escape to an alternate universe to bide their time to work out a way to save Quagmire and the ones they love.
Interesting.
Alright, so, was this okay? It was okay. This is not Ben's best work. I will honestly say that. I love him to death. I've worked on Ninja High School in the past. I'm working on it now for other projects. But I will be honest with fans. This is not the best way to relaunch the series, in my personal opinion. Is it bad? No. It just doesn't seem to be Ben's best work. I like what Dave is doing, Steve Ross. I'm confusing him with another Ross. But Steve Ross's story here is fun, and it really harkens back to the original style of Ninja High School being a comedy-style action series.
Okay.
Which is what it needs to be, because the last few series were not that great, and really ruined the series as a whole. So, honestly, if you're a fan, check it out, because without fan support, the book can't go on. And if you're looking for something that's a good jumping on point, this is it. Because this starts an all-new storyline, so you don't really have to know too much about the past. And even if you don't know about the past, I'll be fixing that next month with a certain book I'm releasing.
Are you introduced to the characters in this?
Yes.
Do you get a really solid idea of who they are?
Yes.
Well, that's nice.
Basically, they give a little bit of backstory for everyone, and that's always a good thing. And when you're introduced to the new characters in the alternate universe, you're also introduced to them and their names and pretty much who they are.
Well, that's
so
nice.
You get a really good introduction times 2.
Yay!
So if you're a fan of Ninja High School, check this one out. Without fan support, it can't go on. And unlike the last 2 books we reviewed, this one is not every week. This is every 4 months.
Oh, wow.
So
Quarterly.
Yeah. So please do check it out in the next few months, or wait until we get some trades out. But honestly, it was fun. Batman. Alright, so that brings us to the close of another exciting episode. I'm going to go get my paycheck from Ben. And I'll be back next week. That or get smacked. Either or.
Maybe a combination of the two.
Probably. Smack. Anyway, have a good one. We will see you next week.